Greetings, everyone. Greetings, greetings. Another beautiful day. Sometimes there are clouds, sometimes the sky cloudless like this. I'm looking out at this landscape. Look like Barbados at this time of the year. Especially like St. Joseph, St. John. Of course, this is the Philippines, except for Manila and the big cities. You know, Cebu. Even Cebu looks like this because there are mountains around. Brazil. Northern California. Florida. TNT. St. Lucia. Pretty much the whole Caribbean, except for the Bahamas, which is flat, really. Every place that I go in the world have landscapes similar, weather similar. Only a couple of days ago, it was cloudy. Though you can almost see, can hardly distinguish where the top of the mountain was from the clouds. In that video, I talk about things changing, how things change. The world in a constant state of change. And there are some people who are driving the change, and some people who are following, trying to keep up. And there's some people who can't keep up. And the category of the people who can't keep up is Africa. I don't know how many of you are seeing the Africa Union meeting that is now in progress. Ethiopia. Of course, all the leaders are making what they think is great speeches, you know, and Africans everywhere are saying, yeah, this guy is very good, he's doing great. No, he's talking a great game. People are not paying attention to what's going on. The last time they had upheaval like this at the African Union, a lot of African leaders went home and never came back to another African Union meeting because the African brothers murdered them in the name of the French, the British, the Germans, and whoever else gave them some money to do it. In attendance, you have Italy that is broke, promising money to these same African leaders. Italy, broke. Germany going broke, but promising money to Africa. The beginning of that war in Ukraine, I told people, don't worry about that war. Focus on making yourself relaxed, comfortable, enjoying your life. And I hope you guys have been paying attention to how things are deteriorating. The leaders of African who didn't even attend the African Union meeting because they found it to be useless. The same old guards that representing the destruction of Africa come every year and they make speeches. They're good at speeches. Africans are great at speeches. You can hear even this one from Nigeria, Tinubu, and the beggar and complainer in Ghana. Great speeches while the country's falling apart, going down the toilet, say Barbados. Can't help their people. In the cases where they can, they don't. Everywhere you can hear Europeans talking about these people and their suitcases full of money. Africans are silent about this. The country's not attending the African Union. The only ones who did something to change or try to change the atmosphere. All over Africa, there are young Africans coming up with ideas but instead of giving these Africans, young kids, the facilities, building the facilities to allow them to accelerate and be creative, these old men are stealing the money, the resources, put it in Europe. To build the European economy. And the Africans in the States where they have done this, I mean, sit by and do nothing. Like in Nigeria, you hear people complain, but they're still waiting for their turn. Hopefully they will become a government official so they can steal. You see Nigeria, Ghana, other places, few other countries, they praise them and say how great their economy is, leading economy in Africa. How strong they are, how fast they're growing. But they're using economies of, how can you use this as an example when the country's leaders are so corrupt and the people, not only the leaders, the businessmen are a big part of this corrupt atmosphere. And nobody's changing. I heard this one African, he's professor. I forgot the name, but he was talking about Nigeria. He wanted to build entrepreneurship, and that's how Nigeria is going to get. No, because when you become an entrepreneur in Nigeria, the minute you start growing, and even you're not growing, when you're not growing, you got policemen coming down, shaking you down, trying to take your money. You go into a business, and some other rich guy in Nigeria has that same business. He calls the police, pay the commander, chief of police in Nigeria, and they come and charge you with something, put you in jail, kill your business. I'm not saying don't try doing these things. But that's the way the system is built. If these people can't take what you trying to build, they will kill you. They send police officers to kill you. Send customs people to kill you. Army to kill you. Army that can't even get rid of the kidnappers and local village thugs. Most of the army and the police are part of this. From the time you get hired, you get going to corruption training. And the most corrupt make it to the top. All you gotta do is look at the current president. When you come to Africa as a diasporan, or return to Africa from the diaspora, you're gonna encounter all of this. There's some places where you will be successful. It's not at the scale of Nigeria or Ghana or even Liberia, Sierra Leone, Cameroon. I mean, look at what's going on in the Congo. The nations surrounding Congo, sending their armies into Congo, kill the Congolese people, take their resources. They cannot, the same people, same armies. They're doing this to people who don't have the will to fight or able to fight, don't have weapons to fight back. That's the only thing these armies are good for. They come and arrest innocent people who complain about the way the country is being run. If you complain about the way the country is run, armed policemen and army come and arrest you. Can't fight back. The French can send 100 soldiers inside there and destroy that whole army. That's why you see the leaders don't do anything to combat the bad treatment they get from the Caucasians. Because they know their armies can't fight, can only kill their own people. See, a lot of diasporans come to Africa. They too fall into that, first thing they do is make friends among the policemen, the corrupt policemen. Especially in Nigeria and Ghana, I've seen it. They pay to get into the corruption thing. And then they make videos about how much money they're making and how great things are. So other people can come and they become part of the scam of other diasporans. That's one of the things that you don't see people talk about. But if Africa is to be the nation that it can be, all this stuff has to end. And I'm warning those of you who listen to my videos, this change is going to be harsh. Many of you are going to die. Some of you are going to leave Africa because you can't put up with it. Well, it's already happening. Your heart will not allow you to be part of a system that is corrupt. So you can't live in it. Young people in Africa are changing. The people who are coming from the diaspora are going to have to fight to change it. Like I said, a lot of people are going to lose their lives. What you're seeing at the AU, people come up and say, look, we got to stop taking money from other people to run our countries and our organization. Those old men are running scared. So they're pretending now. But the younger people are going to have to come in and actually remove them. Just like you see what's happening in Senegal. The young people would stand up and say, no, 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 we had enough of this foolishness. It's got to end. Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, they're learning, they're seeing what's happening, what can be done. And saying we're tired. Days ahead, you will see why I told you don't get into that war, because when you're not paying attention to your own business, you won't see things like this happening. If the young Africans were interested in what's going on in Europe, were paying attention to that war, they won't be able to keep what's happening, what was going to happen in Senegal from happening. They won't be able to govern their country. They will be in the same boat as the old man. The old man is pulling their hair out about what's going on in Europe because they're worried they're not going to get their money. The young people are saying, we got our money here. We don't need them. The upheaval is going to be rough. Hope. Survive it. Have a great day wherever you are. Peace.